Well, we are all geared up here to start a big baking day. We are especially focusing in on recipes that are especially fun for the summer to feed my large family. We go through so much bread products, and so this is always a highlight day for me because I love baking, and for the rest of the family because they get to enjoy a bunch of delicious baked goods for the following week. So starting off here, I actually already last night shaped my hamburger buns, obviously summer being prime hamburger season. So I need to brush those with an egg wash, pop those right in the oven, and the same with 2 sandwich loaves. They were in the fridge overnight. I took them out first thing this morning, which is a couple hours ago now, have let them sit at room temperature, and they are ready to pop in. So we'll start off with those. These hamburger buns are made with fresh milled flour, and they are long fermented sourdough. And I'll try to leave all these recipes for you in the description box below. Hey, sweetie. Do you want to help mommy sprinkle some salt on here? I have 2 artisan loaves here that are a little bit over risen by now, so I'm gonna go ahead and shape those. Last set of stretch and folds. Now I'm gonna let this rest here for about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, we'll pull these tight and then let them rest for about 30 minutes to an hour. We love this cornbread recipe in the wintertime. In the fall, it's delicious, baked as a cornbread and with chili. But I thought for summer now, these would be delicious turned into waffles, and then we can still have them with chili or something like that if desired. Even with eggs would be delicious, or turned into sandwiches. I'm picturing fresh, juicy, delicious tomatoes from the garden. I actually quadrupled the batch, so we'll be getting quite a few of them, but I'm excited to have that on hand, and they're also so good even frozen and then just throwing them into the toaster. My first sandwich loaf out of the oven. This is what it's looking like. The second one needs a little bit more time because it is a little bigger. My 2 biggest tips for getting soft sandwich bread is, number 1, use a food thermometer so that you can check it and not like way over bake it or under bake it. You want it to be like 190, 200 degrees. And then as soon as you pull it out, I actually like to butter it immediately. I need to make some more butter. I have cream, but I need to whip it anyway. So I'm gonna have to skip that step for right now. but then take a clean tea towel and cover it while it is still hot. And that just helps kind of lock in the moisture, I feel like, and just makes the softest crust and loaf, in my opinion. And I'll let that cool like that for, I don't know, I would say at least 30 minutes. Just makes a delicious soft sandwich bread every time. And this is using fresh milled flour, so getting those really soft loaves is a little bit trickier, but this has been a fail-proof method. Let's get started then with cooking some meat. I want to make some hot pockets today to have on hand for easy lunches. With as much time as a lot of us spend in the kitchen cooking for our families, I feel like that is one of the most controllable places where we can make healthier choices. And cookware is obviously a big part of that. A lot of cookware has forever chemicals, PFAs, all that stuff. And so cookware is just something that personally I am super picky about. I have been using Caraway for years now and just could not recommend them enough. Everything from my cast iron pots and pans, both the ones in here, and then also that's what I'm preheating right now to bake my artisan loaves in, my bakeware, my storage. I have so many of their pieces and really, really love them. They have two different sets that are both really, really good. What I have here right now is the cast iron, and that is probably just my all-time favorite. They are so durable. You actually don't even have to season the pans when you get them because they have an enamel coating. Most cast iron has 3 layers. These have 5, and they are heavy, but you know that they will work for everything. They actually work on all stove types, so electric, induction, gas, all of it, and I'm planning to use that as we go camping this weekend. They also have a lifetime warranty, which is absolutely incredible. The other option, which was my first set and probably the one Caraway is most known for, is the ceramic set. And the amazing thing is that these are ceramic coated, which is a naturally non-stick coating, but is also non-toxic, which is so important to me. These pans are best used on low to medium heat, so amazing for your pancakes, for your eggs. You can do incredible soups in the Dutch oven. And for both of these sets, Caraway scans for over 600 different toxins. So it is the highest quality and something that you can feel good about. You're not only cooking healthy foods, but you're cooking them in a healthy way. Both the sets come with organizers, and then it has a special sleeve, if you will, for lids. I'm just gonna quick pull these out because I need to get my artisan loaves baking before they over rise. Both of these sets come with these beautiful storage options, so you can store them on the countertop or to store them in a cupboard, but it is recommended that you don't stack them. And with both of these, you get a discount if you buy the whole set. So for each of these, they are already 20% discounted when you buy them as a bundle. And then they were so kind as to give me a 10% discount for you to add on top of that. So if you're buying a bundle, you're getting 30% off, which is incredible. You can use my discount code TGH10. That's all uppercase TGH and then the number 10. And that will give you the extra 10% off, making it a full 30% off on bundles. I want these meat pockets to be pizza flavored, so we're gonna shred some cheese and add some pizza sauce to our meat mixture, and then we'll let that cool down a little.
The really big one is supposed to run. I think it's still on.
Little baking break because Kyra just brought in 2 of the puppies. She says this is the littlest and the biggest ones. So cute. Their eyes should open any day now. Next is one of our favorite summer recipes of all time. It is a chocolate zucchini cake. This is with fresh milled flour, sweetened with maple syrup. It is so delicious, healthy enough to eat for breakfast. I'm just gonna add in some chocolate chips yet. This is the Lily's chocolate chips, dark chocolate. And then sometimes we bake this into a cake. Actually, a lot of the time we do. But today I want to do cupcakes with a peanut butter frosting. My pancake batter is just bubbling to town. I don't know if you can see those bubbles, but it is just ready to go. And so we are going to fry up some sourdough pancakes. For these, my favorite pan is definitely this one. They slide right off. I'm gonna put a little bit of avocado oil on the pan, and then I like to use my bigger, this is the same scoop that I use for the muffins, and I don't know, I feel like I use this thing for so many things, dishing out mashed potatoes even. But we are getting ready to go on a fun road trip in the motorhome, and so I thought having some of these on hand would be super handy, and we can just pull them from the fridge on the trip. The kids even like these as snacks or whatever. So the goal here is just to make a good quantity of them to hopefully at least last a couple of breakfasts or snacks. I wanted to do something that would really highlight one of my favorite summer fruits, which is in season now, and that is peaches. So I'm just preparing my pans here for a sponge cake. I feel like it's a little bit of a risk doing a sponge cake with fresh milled flour, but I sifted it still. I don't know. I feel like I've definitely flopped a sponge cake before, but I wanted to try it again because I thought it would pair so perfectly with the peaches. We'll do a cream cheese filling, just light and airy for summer. Moving on to our meat pockets, Kyra actually mixed up a soft pretzel dough for me. We're gonna use this, and then all I'm gonna do is just take a bunch of dough like this. Normally we like to do bologna and cheese in these. They are so delicious, make kind of logs with them. But I'm actually out of sliced bologna. So I guess we'll have to wait till the next cow goes to the butcher. But for now, I'm gonna see if this works to just do it like a meat pocket and put our meat mixture in and then kind of wrap around it. And then we'll bake this. The most unnerving part about doing cakes is always flipping them out. But we're gonna attempt that now. The cake did fall just a little bit. I believe with a sponge cake, I'm too scared to lift the span. But I think with a sponge cake, it's supposed to just be straight, right? They don't get like rounded and puffy usually. At least that's not what was on the picture. But we will just use what we have. I think it'll still be delicious, and it's actually a great way to use up a lot of eggs.
It worked.
It worked? Okay. There are two little girls here that are just waiting for Mama to get frosting on the chocolate cupcakes. Everyone has been eyeing them. So I think we're ready to do that next. We have a lot of muffins to go through, but I know that this is a recipe that we love. We might actually even use these at the camp out this weekend. For my frosting, I just mixed together, and you can do everything to taste, really. Let me show you a little bit up close what that looks like. So this is cream cheese, peanut butter, raw honey, and vanilla bean paste. It makes the most delicious, and you'll see variations of this on 2 other things here today if we get that far. But we really like this, and I love that it doesn't have any like powdered sugar in it or things like that. Oh, see the chocolate chips in there? Now for the fun part of assembling our peach cake. For the filling and the frosting, I'm using the same idea, the cream cheese, the raw honey, and the vanilla bean paste. And this is the frosting, and like you saw, I have different variations that I like to do it. But I really like to use this for cakes, birthday cakes, cupcakes, anything I want to pipe, because it holds its shape quite well and it doesn't have the icing sugar, which is just kind of hard to find. And then we're gonna peel some in-season peaches here. And I think I'll do a layer of our frosting in the middle and then line that with peaches. And then we'll do the same thing on the top layer and maybe pop some flowers on there. You can tell just by holding the cake, it is super light and fluffy. So I think that'll be a perfect summertime dessert. To give these slices on the top a little bit more stability, color, and texture really, I'm gonna leave the peels on them. Well, what a baking marathon that was. I am so excited to have this stuff prepped and ready to go. I hope you gained some inspiration for your kitchen this week as well. Thank you for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, friends.
Golden